Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is 7:01 a.m. on Monday, the 23rd of April, and in my hand, against my chest, I have a little Charvy. A little Charvy. I don't know what he's doing. His nose is both getting better and not. He's doing something. He's scraping right in there, and it's hurting his eye. You see his eye getting a little bit goopy? Yeah, that's a little bit because he's gumming up his eye by scraping it against something. I don't know what he's scraping. But he's a good little guy. Like every hamster, he doesn't like being petted around his face. They will tolerate being touched on their body, but when you touch their face, they've got whiskers galore up there. Their faces are like an entire sensory array. And so touching their whiskers is like, well, touching her eyelashes or something is unpleasant. But this is a little Charvy. He's a good little guy. I'm putting him back in his nest. There we go. He's a good little nose. Because when I pulled the lid off of his house this morning, just his little nose came out. And he's a cutie. Now, when I came in first thing this morning, because I woke up around 5-ish. I wake up around 5-ish. Sometimes I wake up at 3. Sometimes it's close to 5:30. It's usually between 4 and 5. But when I came in here around 5 o'clock, yay, little Bat Ears McGee was running on his wheel. Very, very good. I was afraid he didn't run on it anymore. And so I was thinking, gosh, am I going to have to take the wheel out? Is he just getting older and he doesn't run? Because when my older hamsters got a lot older, generally they stopped running. They just sat in their nest and ate and groomed themselves and slept. And that's what they did. They didn't spend a lot of time running. Now, little Nine Toes, he ran up almost until the very end. He was a very active little guy. So that was a good thing. But I was afraid little Bat Ears was done. But I came in this morning and he was just running away on his wheel. Just running and running and running. Now, when I turn off and shut down in here at night, I don't shut down. I don't close off the lights entirely and then just leave it in total blackness. You see the little pumpkin there? I keep the pumpkin light on. So it's not pitch black in here. It's like moonlight. So they can see a little bit. They don't see much. Hamsters are effectively blind. They see light and shadow. You know, they don't see color. It's light, shadow, darkness, and that. They don't have the color receptors that we have. There's day vision and night vision, where you have I can't remember which was. There's rods and there's cones. The one that's daylight time only is useful in daylight. You can't see things at night with that. You need the other type. I think it's the rods for daylight, the cones for night. They only have cones. They can't see the color. They can't see detail. They can see light and dark, and that's it. But just to help them out, I keep that little light on so that it's like moonlight, so they can get a little bit of shade so that they can see shadows. They primarily live with their noses and their mouths. They sniff and they lick and they chew, and that's how they get their information about the world, and it's cool. It's a good thing. In fact, Charvy down here is just chewing away on his water bottle, so even though I'm grabbing him and he was ignoring me, just thoroughly ignoring me as I was picking him up. A bit of bedding there. Because they know that my smell means, you know, maybe inconvenience, because I've just picked him up and he's like, I was drinking, what the hell happened? So he's a cutie, and I just want to show him off because I like him so much. Here we go, little guy. So I have Boogle, and I have Mama Squeak, and Charvy, and Bat Ears McGee. Thumbs up on that. And the oldest one out of the batch, I believe, is Mama Squeak. She's the one that's, well, she's at least 2 years old, but she's beefy. And that's good. I mean, you can't really feel her spine, except as a thick line underneath her underneath her skin. And you can't really feel her hips, except as big, meaty hips. And so that's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. Also, after I woke up, I went for a walk, because I haven't been for walks for at least 2 days. Because the day prior, well, not the day prior, just ever since Thursday, you know, when my computer died, Friday my computer died. And then I went for a great walk. And then from that afternoon onward, I've just been dealing with my computer, trying to get it worked up, reinstalling, doing all that stuff. I haven't gone anywhere. So this morning, 5:30 in the morning, hit the road, took a big walk. Not a big walk. It was only about like a 2, maybe 3 miles. Took about an hour or so. It was just, I needed to get out and walk, so I went for a good, nice walk. Somebody was accidentally following me for about 6 or 7 blocks. And so I started thinking about horror stories. And then the horror movie, you know, It Follows, I think it is, where it's like an allegory for like STDs. Because, you know, you pass it along and then other people have the curse and then they've got to keep moving from it. It's like it's a story about sexually transmitted diseases, but it's a horror story. What we do as human beings is we couch one story in the trappings of another. Like the movie Dawn of the Dead, where these people are in a mall and the zombies come in, and at the end the big bad guys come in from outside, destroy everything, and then they have to leave as the zombies overrun the mall. That was not a horror story about zombies and the end of the world. It was actually a story about American consumerism and how as consumers we're zombies and that sort of thing. And it was a story about American consumerism couched in the trappings of a horror story. And that's the same thing here. With It Follows, it's a story about sexually transmitted disease in the trappings of a horror story. But I was thinking, it's like, gosh, you know, what if there was a monster that followed and when it got to you, you died, but the monster wasn't necessarily evil. It didn't know what was happening. It was just a thing that would, for some reason, and I haven't worked that part out, somebody gets tagged and the monster can smell that tag or that feeling or whatever. It doesn't even know that there's people. It just knows that there's something somewhere, and if it goes there, it might get some understanding. It might get some pain goes away. It might get some understanding of what's happening. And so it's following all of these things. For us, of course, who knows what the actual trigger is. But when it gets to us, of course, we come apart in very bloody, messy ways. But is it necessarily the monster killing us? Or is it just, here's a thing that's not of our universe, and it does not play well with our type of matter. And when it interacts with us, as in you've got that tag and it finally tracks you down, you tend to come apart. And then it's gone, well, I'm here, and it's gone. So it sits and waits until it finds another one, because it's trying to find answers. It doesn't know, it doesn't even see us. And I just think that would be fascinating. So thumbs up. I was thinking about that, of course, while walking, because I've got this, like, for 5 or 6 blocks as I'm walking downtown, there's this footsteps behind me, following me every step I take. And it wasn't just echoes. No, it was I'm walking this way, and then I'm going crunch, crunch, and then there's crunch, crunch, crunch of footsteps back behind me. Every turn I make, they're following me. And so it was just random luck. I mean, I didn't get murdered and my body stuffed into a ditch pipe something or anything like that. I'm still here. I'm alive. But it was just, it got me thinking of like, gosh, you know, what if this was like that horror story? Because it's like, get away from it. It only travels at 3 miles an hour. But it travels at 3 miles an hour every single hour. That's 24 hours a day. That's 74 miles a day. You'd think 3 miles a day? 3 miles an hour? That's just walking speed. That's 740 miles in 10 days. You know, in a month, multiply that by 3, and that's how far it's gone. If it's just walking towards you at 3 miles an hour every single day, every single hour, it's going to catch up fast. You got to keep moving. Thumbs up. There were some other things that I wanted to talk about. I can't remember exactly what, because of course with my fibro, my brain damage, and my depression, I can't remember a bloody damn thing. I wanted to write stuff down. I keep forgetting to write things down. So thumbs up. Some of the things that I wanted to talk about, though, is I have wanted to, oops, I gotta change my screen's just blanked out again. I gotta go through and change my bloody window so it doesn't turn off the display after like 10 minutes after 10 minutes of non-use. I like it to be like 30 minutes before the display turns off, an hour before it powers down the hard drives, and then like 3 hours of non-use, then it goes into hibernation. But I wanted to talk about various people that I like to watch. I've wanted to make a regular sort of thing about this, and I haven't done it yet, so yay. I talked about yesterday, actually, with Silver Reploid CLE. He's a really cool guy. Hopefully, I'm going to have like a tag down here or something so that you can easily go check out his site. He's a very wholesome individual, does a lot of reaction stuff. For me, I think he uses a few too many in-video mid-roll ads. Like in a 10-minute reaction, there may be 10 little yellow spots on the timeline of when it's either going to break for an ad or put a little ad like this down at the bottom. That sort of ad isn't bad. I don't mind that. But when it breaks for an ad and it goes away, I tend to just close the video and then go on to another one, which is one of the reasons I don't put a lot of in the middle of video ads on my videos, even though I do like 30-minute videos, because I tend to just go, oh, it's an ad, and then close the video and go on to the next one, and I don't want to force people into that choice when watching my videos. I'd rather you watch my video with no ads than go, oh, it just went into an ad. I could wait, I could watch, or I could just close and go on to the next one. I don't want you to have that choice. I want you to have that choice, but I don't want it to be just blatant, blunt, in your face. Do you want to continue? I'd rather have it, I'm watching this and, oh, I'm ready to go watch something else. If you want to flip out and do it, I'd rather have it that decision than, gosh, there's another bloody ad. Click. So that's why I don't put ads on mine. So, other than that, go check out his stuff. He's a great guy. Very cool. Another fellow that I watch who really doesn't deserve the shout out, so I probably won't put a tag or anything on it, is Call Me Kevin. He's absolutely hysterical. He does not do normal Let's Plays of games. He does the type of Let's Play where he deliberately tries to break the game. Like when he plays Fallout, he's actually not trying to break the game in this particular case, but he's playing someone that's basically a lunatic, not necessarily evil, though no one survives an encounter with his character, but just not right. And so his character run-throughs and his gameplays are insane. He does other ones where just the games break, and he's trying to understand what's happening as it's going along. And so he tends to break the games, and it's funny. So if you get Call Me Kevin, you should watch that one. But still, boy, I just ruined that one. Still, Silver Reploid CLE, there's another shout out for him. And Tundra Keeper, of course, if you go to his SoundCloud, he has all sorts of cool music. And of course, I have an Amazon wish list, if you could check that out, that'd be cool. I got all sorts of stuff on there. I'm putting more things on there. I got a lot of hamster stuff, a lot of non-hamster stuff, so very cool. Thumbs up. And my thanks to everybody who has ever bought anything for me, from anything, for any reason. My great appreciations. That's not English, but still. I put all the stuff that's stuff up here, back there, because I just wanted to bring it up and close so that you could all see it close and personal. I don't have it all up yet. I still have some stuff over there that has to go back, like my Rooster of Barcelos and all that. So it's almost all back. Thumbs up. Gosh, golly gee whiz. I wish I could remember what I was talking about. I need to start writing things down. The problem is I forget to write things down. And then those few times that I do write things down, I forget to look at the list when I need it. That's the problem with wonderful, wonderful memory issues. But of course, if I really sat down, I could make a small change at the very least, because it is true, it will hurt. It will take time, it will require dedication and sacrifice, but it is worth it. And that's anything. Anything at all you choose to. Well, not anything. If you decide to become a serial killer and you murder people, no, it's not worth it. Don't do that one. If you're a person that likes to skin hitchhikers, no, that's not worth it. I'm talking about things that normal people would like to do. And while normal is relative, and you can say, well, normal's relative. You know, I like peeling hitchhikers. I've got a whole graveyard in my backyard. But that's not, you know, your right to swing your fist ends where somebody else's nose begins. And figuratively, swinging your fist is peeling somebody's skin off. And their nose is, well, you're peeling their skin off. So don't do that. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours with the comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments. It's a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I still get lost. I once counted like 40 instead of 25. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker. We're not good at names. I'm better than most, but still. And of course, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up everyone I read. Answer as many as I can. But for right now, it does not matter whether it's a good comment, whether you're saying you're a wonderful human being, a bad comment, why haven't you died of cancer yet, you old fool, or an indifferent comment. You are a human being. This was a video. The fact is you left a comment. Thank you so very, very much. So I'm calling up my Chrome again. I hope. There it is. And we're going to start with Smoke Weef Airy Day, son of a gun, and thank you. Lemon Mon, greatly appreciate it. Jake Hood, thank you very, very much. Tarasau, I sure hope I'm close, probably not. Civ God, greatly appreciated. It's just a prank, thank you so very, very much. Nolan Avery, greatly appreciated. Ketboard012, thumbs up and thank you. Momo with 3 exclamation marks, son of a gun, and thank you. And then we have Juan, greatly appreciated. Tony01P, thank you very, very much. Oh, Falk Go, FAULK thumbs up and thank you. Dirt Bike Addiction, greatly appreciated. Steve McIlvoy, I sure hope I'm close and thank you. 420 since 1974, some thumbs up and thank you. Authentic Epic Boom, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very, very much. Priscilla Balderas, greatly appreciated. Quizler, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have FUBAR, F-U-B-A-R, of course, which just stands for fucked up beyond all recognition. So thumbs up and thank you. And nope, this one, Yaso, greatly appreciated. Tofinlandius, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very, very much. King of Rivia, thumbs up and thank you. X-Virus Legion, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very, very much. Matthew Smith, greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, Firas Hafiz, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you, as stated, you get me out of my head into the real world, dealing with actual people. It's a good thing. I am clinically depressed. I suffer from fibromyalgia. I have bipolar disorder. My wife died 4 years ago. My mother just died 3 weeks ago. My father has had massive strokes and is in the hospital. I don't think he's really going to survive much longer. So it's not a good landscape behind these eyes. Thank you so much for getting me out of here and out here. It is a very good thing and greatly appreciated. If you could check out my links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign and become a Patreon.com patron, that would be awesome. I really do need help. Better than I thought it was going to be financially this month, but still, I'm like minus 400 in my checking, and I'm hoping it's not going to get worse. If you could help, that would be awesome. But, well, first, and if you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool, but I would understand if you don't want to. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. And yes, I talk with my hands. Thumbs up for that. If you are going to subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, because otherwise YouTube isn't going to let you know when I release videos. Thumbs up for that. Thanks, YouTube. Gosh, golly gee whiz. Oh yes, I am partnered with Humble Bundle. If you could check out the Humble Bundle link down there, that would be awesome. I get paid for each time you buy something using that link, so that's cool. I haven't gotten paid yet. It's been months I've been partnered. I haven't been paid. Nobody's buying anything. But if you could, that would be awesome. Thank you so very much. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing. So Take care, have the best day you can, and remember, stay alive just one more day, for me, if nothing else.